Hello, community. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video, which is all about creating a well-oiled machine through communications, both internally and externally. And this is the second element, the second of 6 in alchemy. Let's talk for a minute about a problem with communications. And that is that communication is the response you get. If you're communicating outwards to either customers, your team, investors, banks, and you're not getting the response that you'd hope for, it's actually your problem. And I'm going to show you today how to change that, and also about some disciplines. So when your communication isn't as good as it should be, fundamentally, you know it. Things are just not running as smoothly as you would like. And there's some lumps and some bumps. Doesn't mean it's broken, but it's one of those things you just know when the communication isn't working properly. But when you get this right, your business, your company becomes a well-oiled machine. You as an entrepreneur can communicate effectively. People understand your message and respond accordingly. I'd like to talk to you about a friend I had a conversation with last week on this exact topic. This guy was enormously successful. He had worked for some marquee businesses and was able to sort problems out. He was the guy you called when you had a problem. He was explaining to me that when he was meeting with potential clients now, some either prospects or leads, the things that he'd done in his career didn't seem to impress the people he was talking to. And he was asking me, like, how do I address this? And I think what was missing for him was that with him, what's in it for me? So what he'd done in the past was fabulous, but the people he was meeting with now didn't value that as much as what's in it for me. So I really helped him and tried to get him to understand that he must address this what's in it for me issue or with him, and that, again, that his communication is a response he's getting. If he's not getting contracts signed, he has to change his scripting. He has to change some of his vocabulary. He has to change the way he's presenting. He has to change the way he positions his clients before having a meeting. All these things you have to take responsibility for, because having a well-oiled machine means that you're working constantly on your communications. What I'd like to teach you today is 3 things. Number 1, it's called VAC. So in any presentation, we have 3 types of learning. Visually, people watch YouTubes. Audio, we listen to audio books, or we listen to our conversations around us. And the third is kinesthetic, which is feeling and touching. So we all have these 3 modalities. Some are higher than others, but we all have some element of all of those. What you don't know is the person that you're meeting with, what's their preferred. So you must cover all 3. Does that make sense? So it's visually, show them a model is a fantastic way. Audio, they're going to be listening to you, but make sure you're using active listening. And that feeling, just the simple act of passing documents, getting them to complete some information, goes a long way to ticking all those 3 boxes. Number 2, internal communications. Now, this comes down to regular meetings with your team. It's a discipline, and it's always about what's in it for them. The meeting has to contain structure, so it doesn't just run over time. It has to have the discipline of this is regularly going to happen, weekly, fortnightly, or monthly, whatever is going to suit your business, and not forgetting your reviews. Put them in your calendar now if they're not already. Schedule those reviews. But think about your team members. They're sitting there and they're asking themselves that question, what's in it for me? Your job as the entrepreneur is to give them the information and to get from them information. So sometimes the what's in it for me is that you're prepared to listen to my ideas. I know you do that, but can you do it better? Can you do it more structured? And number 3 is external communications. We're talking about your suppliers, your customers, past customers, present customers, future customers, investors, banks, everybody outside of your company. The challenge here is your mindset, that you have this belief that you're communicating too much. There's too much newsletters, which is just your mindset. There is no such thing as too much communication. And the objective of external communication is to improve your response. So let's just recap. Communication is the response you get. And by working on your communications externally and internally, consistently, you will create a well-oiled machine. And this is the second element of entrepreneur alchemy. So what I'd like you to do now, right now, in the show notes, there is a link to an ebook that I have written called the 25 Tips for Management Systems. I would like you to download that ebook because it contains a lot of information about communications. Thank you very much for watching today. Hope you have an awesome week. Look forward to communicating with you again. Bye for now.